There is a switch in your brain. It is not a metaphor. It is a biological mechanism, separating seeking from knowing. You have been operating in seeking mode your whole life. This state is rooted in a sense of lack. You are the beggar at the universe's door, always reaching. You try to visualize, affirm, and feel your way to a new reality. But this effort originates from a place of not having. Your brain broadcasts a signal of incompletion. The quantum field, a perfect mirror, reflects this lack back to you. This creates a frustrating loop. Your effort is not the problem. The operating mode is the problem. This seeking mode is governed by the default mode network, DMN. It is the neurological seat of your ego. It is the voice of your internal narrator. It replays past conversations and worries about the future. It tells you the story of who you are. Evolutionarily, it kept us safe. Now, it is a prison of self-referential thought. It traps you in a loop of memory and projection. You feel like a separate self in a separate world. Trying to manifest from here is a conflict of interest. The DMN's job is to keep you safe by keeping you the same. Any real change is a threat to this network. When you visualize a new life, the DMN subtly sabotages you. It whispers of past failures. It highlights logical impossibilities. It fuels the anxiety that you are just pretending. This creates a deep internal contradiction. Your conscious intention and subconscious programming are at war. They emit opposing frequencies. In physics, this is called destructive interference. The waves cancel each other out. The result is a stalemate, an invisible wall. The switch allows you to quiet the DMN. It grants access to a vaster network of consciousness. This is not about destroying the ego. It is about achieving functional dominance. You shift your identity from a story-based self to an awareness-based self. Imagine changing the channel on a radio. The DMN is one station, a repetitive drama. The other station is pure potential consciousness. Most people are stuck on the first station. They don't know how to turn the dial. Flipping the switch is turning the dial. When this shift happens, your perception transforms. The feeling of being a lonely observer dissolves. You feel like an inseparable expression of the universe. You are no longer a magnet trying to attract. You become a gravitational center. Reality does not come to you. It unfolds from you. This state has a real biological basis. It is linked to synchronized heart-brain communication. It activates the task-positive network in the brain. This is the state of full present-moment engagement. Your brain waves can shift into coherent alpha and theta patterns. These are states of relaxed, receptive awareness. Your body becomes a coherent signal emitter. Your heart radiates a smooth, powerful electromagnetic field. This field influences your brain, promoting calm and clarity. All true creation springs from this physiological state. Thoughts here are not desperate prayers. They are quiet, deliberate commands. They are issued from a place of inherent wholeness. The feeling of lack is impossible here. You operate from the consciousness that contains all things. This is the secret every master discovered. They learn to flip this neurological switch. They reside in the state of being that is the source. This is not a gift for a select few. It is the biological birthright of every human. Your brain came pre-equipped with this function. You were never given the manual. The following segments are that missing manual. The manual begins not with action, but with understanding. You cannot force the switch. Any attempt to force it is an action of the default mode network. The ego cannot command its own surrender. This is the great paradox. It traps millions of seekers. They use willpower to achieve letting go. This is a contradiction. The switch is flipped by undoing. It is a cessation, not an action. The first step is to recognize the signal that locks the system. That signal is resistance. Resistance is the energy of contradiction. It is the tension between what is and what should be. It is the mental argument with someone not there. It is the emotional charge of wanting things to be different. This resistance is the primary fuel for the DMN. It gives the ego a problem to solve. It provides a story to tell and a threat to manage. As long as you resist the present, you feed the mechanism that blocks the switch. Therefore, the foundational practice is not positive thinking. It is deep, non-negotiable acceptance of the present moment. This does not mean you approve of your circumstances. It means you stop arguing with reality. You drop the internal war. You cease the mental struggle against what already is. When you do this, you pull the primary power cord. The internal narration loses its urgency. The emotional charge dissipates. You create a space of silent, neutral observation. This space is the gateway. In this quiet, a new perception can awaken. This is where we introduce the biological lever. The breath is the key. Not just any breath, but a specific physiological pattern. It acts as a direct command to your nervous system. The key is a longer exhalation than inhalation. A simple pattern is a 4-second inhale. Follow it with a 6-second exhale. The extended exhalation stimulates the vagus nerve. This nerve commands your parasympathetic system. This is the rest and digest state. This is not a relaxation technique. It is a precise biohack. You are manually overriding stress chemistry. You are instructing the brain to stand down. For 60 seconds, all awareness goes to this breath. You are not trying to clear your mind. You are giving it a single, simple task. When a thought arises, gently return to the exhale. This practice builds a new neural pathway. It leads away from reactive thought. It guides you into embodied presence. It requires only 60 seconds of focus. It can be done anywhere, anytime. This is the first physical action of the manual. It is the initial turn of the dial. Once the body begins to settle, the next step begins. You must shift the quality of your awareness. Most people live entirely in their heads. Their awareness is a dense knot of thought. The switch exists in a more expansive field. This is done through a simple body scan. Bring your attention down, out of your head. Feel the physical sensations of your body. Feel the weight in your chair. Feel the air temperature on your skin. Feel the subtle hum in your hands and feet. Do not think about your body. Feel it from the inside. This act of sensory grounding is another command. It signals safety and presence to the nervous system. You are not lost in a threatening narrative. You are here, now. As you do this, the mental chatter fades. It does not disappear, but it loses authority. It becomes background noise. The primary focus is direct, immediate experience. You are consciously transferring energy. You are moving energy from the default mode network. You are directing it to the somatosensory cortex. This is the brain region that processes physical sensation. You are, quite literally, changing channels. You are tuning the radio to a different station. This station broadcasts the pure data of the present. It is free from past stories and future fears. In this state, you are preparing the ground. The soil of your consciousness is becoming fertile. The final step is to plant the seed. This is where intention enters the process. but it must be done correctly. The old method was to impose a thought. The new method is to invite a feeling. In the state of quiet awareness, resistance is minimal. You introduce a single, clear feeling. Not a thought, not an image. A pure, unadulterated feeling. This is the key that was missed. The quantum field responds to vibrational signature. Emotion is the purest vibrational signature, but it must be free from the energy of lack. You cannot feel the joy of abundance from a place of scarcity. The ego will rebel and create contradiction. So you must start with an accessible feeling. The most accessible is genuine appreciation. Find one thing you can sincerely appreciate. The warmth of the sun, the roof over your head, a single pleasant memory. Focus on that one thing. Allow the feeling of appreciation to grow. Feel it in your chest. Sit with it. Marinate in it. Do not do this to get anything. Do it to become a specific frequency. Become the frequency of appreciation. This feeling creates coherence between heart and brain. When your heart radiates a smooth, rhythmic pattern, it signals safety to the brain. This further quietens the default mode. Your entire being emits a single, clean signal. There is no static. There is no contradiction. You are no longer a scrambled transmitter. You are now a laser. Into this laser-like focus, you introduce your intention. But not as a desperate wish. Introduce it as a quiet knowing. Pose a question to the field from this state. Ask, what would it feel like if this was already resolved? Then wait. Do not force an answer. Allow the feeling of the solution to arise. It might be a feeling of relief. It might be a feeling of peace. It might be a feeling of lightness or confidence. When you feel it, let it wash over you. Identify with that feeling. For a few moments, you are not a person with a problem. You are the embodiment of the solution. This is the moment the switch is fully flipped. You are no longer seeking an outcome. You have become the vibrational equivalent of the outcome. The work is now complete. The command has been issued from a place of authority. The universe has a clear, uncontradicted signal. Your only job now is to return to this state. Strengthen this new neural pathway. Make it your new default. The external reality has no choice but to catch up. This is not a law of attraction. It is a law of physics. A coherent field must reorganize its environment. You are that coherent field. You have now felt the switch. You moved from theory to direct experience. But this is only the start of mastery. A single moment of coherence is powerful. It is not yet a new life. The old system is a deep pathway. It was your mind's default for decades. It will not surrender after one encounter. The key is not one perfect flip. It is the consistent, gentle return. This is neuroplasticity in action. You carve a new road in your neurology. Each practice makes the path wider. It becomes clearer and easier to walk. The biggest challenge is the backlash. After deep peace, the mind returns. It analyzes and doubts the experience. It floods you with new anxieties. Do not be alarmed by this. This is not a failure. It is the old system fighting back. It perceives a threat to its existence. See it as a mechanical response. It is not a spiritual setback. Your task is not to fight it. Observe it with neutral awareness. Acknowledge the thoughts. Feel the resistance in your body. Then guide your attention back. Return to the breath and the present. You teach your nervous system a new way. Integration is where transformation occurs. Bring the switch into daily life. Make this coherent state portable. Start with micro practices. Feel your feet while waiting in line. Take a conscious breath before responding. When fear arises, pause and ask. Find one small thing to appreciate. These are not grand gestures. They are subtle recalibrations. They are like checking a compass. They ensure you are moving north. This builds endurance in the new state. You will notice a shift in identity. The you knew feels like a costume. The real you is the silent space behind. It observes the ego's drama. It is not swept away by it. This does not make you emotionless. It allows for purer emotions. You can feel sadness without being a victim. You can feel joy without fear. This is emotional sovereignty. Desire transforms from this place. It no longer feels like an urgent need. It becomes an impulse from the universe. It guides your growth and service. You feel a pull, not a desperate push. You act from authentic expression. This is inspired action. It is effortless and perfectly aligned. The universe supports this energy. It opens doors forcing cannot. This process recalibrates your timeline. The old network anchors you in the past. Your future is a projection of it. The switched state anchors you in now. The past loses its pull. The future is not a fantasy. You become a clear channel. New possibilities can emerge. Synchronicities will multiply. You no longer filter through old stories. You perceive the quantum field directly. Coincidence becomes conversation. The ultimate sign is unshakable trust. It is not blind faith. It is a deep, cellular knowing. You can meet anything with coherence. You stop controlling outcomes. You trust the unfolding process. This is the ego's final surrender. You become a true co-creator. You dance with the universe. Life is no longer a problem. It is a mystery to be lived. Now we must solidify this new state. Repetition is the language of the nervous system. It does not learn from single events. It learns from consistent patterns. Your mission is to create a new pattern. This requires a disciplined approach. Do not rely on motivation. Motivation is a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes like the weather. Build a structure instead. A structure is a non-negotiable routine. It carries you through low motivation. It is the scaffold for your new self. Design a simple daily practice. It should be impossibly easy to start. Perhaps just 5 minutes each morning. Sit in a quiet space. Follow the breath for 60 seconds. Scan the body for 60 seconds. Cultivate a feeling of appreciation. Then set a clear intention for the day. This entire process is 5 minutes. The brevity ensures you will do it. Consistency is infinitely more valuable than duration. 5 minutes every day is transformative. 1 hour once a week is nearly useless. Your brain learns through daily repetition. This is how you deepen the groove. This is how the new pathway becomes dominant. The old system will resist this structure. It will tell you you are too busy. It will say you can skip just today. This is the critical moment. This is where you exercise your power. Gently acknowledge the resistance. And then do your 5 minutes anyway. You are not doing it for the experience. You are doing it to wire your brain. You are building your new foundation. This practice builds a profound inner stability. You become less reactive to external events. The world outside may be in chaos, but your internal state remains anchored. You have found your center point. This center is unshakable. It is not dependent on circumstances. It is your connection to the quantum field. From this center, your perception sharpens. You begin to see reality more clearly. You see the fears and desires of others. You see the hidden patterns in events. This is not a psychic power. It is the result of a quiet mind. A quiet mind is a perfect mirror. It reflects reality without distortion. The noisy mind is a distorted lens. It projects its own fears onto the world. The switched state cleans the lens. You perceive what is actually there. This clarity becomes your greatest guide. You make decisions with effortless certainty. You know which path to take. You feel it in your entire being. This is the intelligence of the field. It flows through you without obstruction. You are becoming a conduit for wisdom. This clarity allows you to engage with life differently. You no longer approach situations from need. You engage from a place of wholeness. Your interactions become clean and powerful. You speak truth without aggression. You listen without judgment. You set boundaries without guilt. This is because you are rooted in self. You are not seeking validation from others. Your value is an internal fact. It is not up for external negotiation. This changes every relationship dynamic. You attract people who respect this energy. You naturally repel energetic vampires. Your social world reorganizes itself. It mirrors your internal coherence. This is not manipulation. It is the physics of resonance. You vibrate at a certain frequency. You can only connect with matching frequencies. The old, draining relationships fade. New, supportive connections appear. This happens without force or drama. It is a natural process of alignment. Your environment must reflect your state. Your work in the world also transforms. A job done from need feels like labor. The same work done from purpose is a joy. You begin to see your unique role. You understand your specific service. This is your soul's assignment. It is not about prestige or money. It is about expressing your core frequency. You have a unique energy signature. The world needs that signature expressed. When you operate from the switched state, this expression becomes clear. You find yourself guided to right action. Opportunities appear that fit you perfectly. You have the skills and desire to fulfill them. This is the universe organizing through you. You are not chasing success. You are embodying your purpose. Success becomes a natural byproduct. It is the side effect of alignment. You stop competing with anyone else. Your only competition is your former self. Your mission is to express more fully, to become a clearer channel each day. This journey requires continuous refinement. The switched state is not a final destination. It is a new baseline for exploration. As you stabilize in this new normal, deeper layers of the self emerge. You may encounter core wounds. These are not obstacles to your path. They are the path itself. Each wound holds trapped energy. It is a pocket of incoherence in your field. When you touch it with awareness, it releases. Your job is to bring loving attention to these places. Do not try to fix or analyze them. Simply feel the raw sensation in your body. Hold it in the space of your heart. Allow the old energy to dissolve. This process can be intense. It may bring up old emotions. Fear, grief, or anger may surface. Welcome them all. They are not enemies. They are energies seeking release. They are parts of you that got stuck. They are finally coming up to be healed. Your conscious awareness is the healing agent. This is how you achieve true integration. You are not transcending your humanity. You are becoming fully human. You are integrating all parts of yourself. This deep healing accelerates your creative power. As you clear these energy blocks, your signal becomes purer. Your manifestations happen faster. They carry a deeper sense of rightness. You are no longer creating from ego. You are co-creating with the universe. Your personal desires begin to align with the greater good. What you want for yourself benefits all. This is the sign of mature creation. You have moved beyond selfish manifestation. You are now a conscious agent of evolution. Your life becomes a gift to the whole. This does not mean you sacrifice yourself. It means your joy and service are one. Your expansion contributes to collective expansion. Your freedom helps free others. This is the highest expression of the switch. It is the transition from me to we, but it is a we that includes a fulfilled me. It is the end of separation. It is the realization of unity. Your personal journey serves the cosmos. You stand now at the threshold of mastery. The switch is no longer a technique. It has become your nature. You no longer flip the switch. You are the switch. This is the final integration. Your biology has fully recalibrated. Your nervous system sings with coherence. Your mind is a still lake reflecting truth. Your heart broadcasts a steady signal of love. This state is your new home. You live from this center permanently. The old world of struggle feels distant. It is like a dream you once had. A dream where you were separate and small. You are now awake to your true identity. You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are spirit having a human experience. This realization is the final key. From this place, creation is instantaneous. Your thoughts manifest with breathtaking speed. This is not because you have gained powers. It is because you have removed the blocks. You are finally allowing the universe to flow through you without resistance. There is no longer a you and the universe. There is only one creative movement. You are that movement. Your desires now feel like divine impulses. They are whispers from the whole to the part. You follow them with absolute trust. Every step feels guided and inevitable. Synchronicity is your normal experience. Meaningful coincidences are your daily language. The universe is in constant conversation with you. You have learned to listen and respond. This does not mean life becomes perfect. Challenges still arise, but you meet them with a new capacity. You see every challenge as a teacher. It is designed for your further growth. There is no longer such a thing as a problem. There are only opportunities to deepen your mastery. You welcome difficulty with open arms. You know it carries a hidden gift. Your peace is no longer dependent on external conditions. It is the unshakable foundation of your being. This is true freedom. It is the freedom to experience life fully, to feel joy and pain without being lost in them, to engage with the world without being owned by it. Your purpose now becomes simple and clear. You are here to embody this state, to be a living example of what is possible. You teach not through words, but through presence. Your very energy uplifts those around you. You heal others by being whole. You inspire others by being free. Your life becomes your message. You do not need to preach or convince. Your state of being does all the work. People will be drawn to you. They will not know why. They will feel calmer in your presence. They will feel hope in your energy. You become a silent anchor for the awakening of others. This is the final stage of the journey from seeker to master, from lack to wholeness, from force to allowance. You began by learning about a switch in your brain. You end by realizing you are that switch. The mechanism has become your identity. The path has become your home. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to achieve. You are complete. You are awake. You are creation itself. Now, Go and live this truth. Let your life be the proof. The world does not need more spiritual theories. It needs living examples of awakened consciousness. You are that example. This is the end of the path and the beginning of your true service.